Hi, I'm Fiona. I'm the Programme Director at Kidizens. I thought I'd explain to you a little bit before we went on to your questions how we would what we do at Kidizens. We are an educational-based project learning camp where we use Lego as a huge part of what we do. It's a great appeal of what we do. However, Lego is used as a facilitator to teach civic and economic concepts through projects and programmes, whilst obviously having great fun, and the children really enjoy it. The children learn to build, inhabit and manage and govern their own Lego cities, whilst learning a great deal about being creative, gaining confidence, developing design thinking skills, and the children are encouraged to solve problems and they are developing themselves as future leaders. It truly is a great place, which is why I love to work there. Hi, our summer camp programme is a great programme that children can follow. It's designed to inspire students to become good citizens and future leaders, obviously through Lego. The Kidizens Summer Camp programme is an intensive but action-packed sessions where children create their own small cities built with Legos where they can serve as co-mayors for the week. The co-mayor then work together and they develop the economy, they work with the residents and hopefully meet their needs. They run city departments and services and deal with lots of unexpected problems that might crop up in the time that they run their city. These could include floods, earthquakes and other accidents of nature. And then they have to deal with resident problems and budget crises. This is all based on our own Lego currency, which is called DOTS. To answer the first set of questions, the camp is based and designed for children who are aged ready for kindergarten going through to grade 6. It's designed for boys and girls. I must admit, we do end up having more boys than girls, but we've just had a summer camp this week, which has been evenly spread with boys and girls. The group of children at the camps are grouped according to their age and maturity, and if for summer camps, they're generally put into pairs or 2 or 3s. Unfortunately, we don't cater for the under 5s, but children who are over 12 can also work with us as children of Kidizens volunteers. We don't use Lego sets at Kidizens. Usually, we just use a range of lots and lots of Lego which we've accumulated over the years. And this encourages children to be creative, use their own thinking, and we don't follow the traditional kind of Lego instructions. The children really are making up what they're... The classes can vary in size, but we do like to limit it to a maximum of 12 children for a 1-week summer camp, because this allows for one teacher, an experienced teacher, to be working with the class with up to 2 or 3 student volunteers helping and supporting the teacher. They work really hard together and work really well as a team, supporting the children. So the ratio is generally 1 adult to 4 children. During our summer camps, at lunchtime, if it's possible, then we do try and take the children outside, because obviously being pent up inside isn't great for children all day. So if we can arrange for children to visit a park during the day during our lunch session, then we like to get them out to have them a bit of a run around, and obviously we have to walk there and walk back. This can be something that's not great for young children, so like I said, we do take children who are kindergarten age, but obviously you have to decide on whether your children are able to walk to a park and back again in a lunch hour. The majority of our time is spent building Legos. The City Council meetings are used throughout the day to discuss different bits and pieces, but we do try and limit the City Council meetings to a maximum of 10 minutes, because obviously the children are much more eager to be building rather than being there and sort of sitting and listening for too long. And they're also very eager once something is decided to carry on building. The children have lots of roles that they have to fulfill by the time they're there. For instance, this week in our spring camp, we've already elected a mathematician who helps sort out how much money people have spent, how much money the Treasury has made, and kind of keeps track of everybody's finances. We also have a beautification manager, somebody who's responsible for looking after and making sure the city is looking at its best. We also have lots of other jobs, and children can put themselves forward for different roles during the week, or sometimes obviously they have a certain skill base which fits a job perfectly, which is great. But it is spent mainly building, and unfortunately we don't offer any field trips during the week because obviously we only have a week and we have a lot to fit through and get through during that time. We do ask that during the week that children bring their own lunch, as we don't have any facilities for preparing lunch on site. However, we are a nut-free environment, so therefore we do ask parents to appreciate that other children may have allergies, and therefore we do ensure that there's no food sharing and that children bring healthy and snacks that are suitable for, or food that's suitable for all children. We do provide snacks for the children. We make these friendly snacks. For instance, we would provide dried fruit, fresh fruit, crackers, or any other, and cheese and any other snacks which are kind of in season and are healthy for the children. If there are children who have allergies, we do ask that parents just make us aware of these, and we do cater for that and make sure that all children are included in our snack provision. All our staff are primarily trained in teaching children and have high levels of experience in teaching children. The teachers that we provide for the summer camps will vary. We will have the main teachers will be teachers who work permanently for Kidizens. There's myself, another teacher called Scott, and another teacher called Angeli, plus our manager who is Prana. She will also take classes if necessary. We are currently appointing some new teachers who again will be classroom-based teachers who have experience of working with children. All members of Kidizens are checked and fully vetted to make sure that we are kind of who we say we are, and we may have to look for some temporary members of staff, but from experience, mainly teachers who we are looking for are teachers who are teaching in schools currently and want to do extra work over the summer. So teachers that we use are experienced teachers, and we obviously take them through a sort of stringent interview process and follow up on their kind of references to ensure that they are suitable for the position. We also make sure that we train them with our own Kidizens camp training so that they're fully aware of our processes, and we ask them to come in and watch some of our sessions before the camps start. A lot of our teachers have experience of doing camps before and have worked with us previously, so even though they may not be permanent teachers, they may be revisiting having taught at some of our camps before. But all our teachers, I can guarantee, are excellent teachers of a very high standard, are very well organised and love working with younger children. Our day-to-day programme runs from 9 till 3 each day, Monday to Friday. We do offer an extended care package which you can add on to that 9 till 3, and our extended care runs for 2 hours every day straight after class from 3 till 5. The camp is $420 per week, but we ask for an additional $100 for the extended care. The same Kidizens teachers and volunteers will be taking the extended care, and obviously they're fully qualified, and we will continue because obviously those teachers will have developed a good relationship with the children, will know the children, so to continue with them for another 2 hours will be suitable for the children. Obviously, you've got to decide as a parent whether that's suitable for your children to be able to spend that length of time with us for the entire day. But we would love to have the children for the extended care as well as for our day sessions. The extended care is only for the Kidizens children, so we won't be mixing the children with any other children from any other groups, but they will be with the same children that they have spent their time with during the day. However, they will be, even though they may work in pairs, during the extended care time, we'll provide different activities for the children to do, and they can work with different children that they've worked with during the day. The children, with the programme that we run for the summer camps, has been the same each year. We are adding an extra element to our camps for the older children this year, which is a robotics element to our cities, so therefore they can develop robotic and make their cities more high-tech this year. However, although the programme runs year on year, most children, we can adapt things and we do change things slightly as years go by, obviously to become more current and to adapt when we find out new things, and the children kind of are very good at introducing new things to us that need to be added to the cities. Most of our programs are, and most children sign up for our 1-week program. We do, however, offer a 2-week program, but the 2-week program is only run from our Los Altos location. We have 2 other locations, Belmont and Saratoga, where we are only running 1-week programs. The program is the same each week. However, because of the nature of the children do a lot of the designing and a lot of the thought processes behind our program. The city changes every time it's set out. I don't think I've seen one city which is the same yet. Every city is slightly different. Each child comes up with new ideas every time. Sometimes we will have monorails going through the city. Other times we can have, like a spring camp that we're running today, they wanted to run a subway system underneath the city, which is the first time I've been able to see that. The cities are very unique and can be adapted and changed, and we obviously introduce different problems for the children, and we can relate those to current issues which are happening around us at the time. So obviously earthquakes being situated where we are is very relevant, and the children have experienced that, so sometimes that's a good thing to introduce to the city, which can affect the city, and the different ways the children overcome the problems, again, it's always different. This week in our spring camp we have introduced a fire because the children hadn't actually built a fire station, so they couldn't put the fire out until the fire station was completed. So there's lots of different elements that can be introduced to make the camp fun each time. The building projects that the children do are introduced each day, and obviously with building a city, the first thing the children have to do is build themselves a house. Then they have somewhere to live. Now that can change as time goes by, because sometimes they realise they're running out of space in the city and their residents change into high-rise towers and skyscrapers. The children like sort of changing that, and obviously they're given incentives to move from their home to free up space, financial incentives to then move into the skyscrapers that have been built. We obviously develop our programme each time based on the ages of the children and the maturity of the children, so the complexity of what we deliver and what the children partake in can change and vary according to the children and their needs. So our programme is ever-changing and always kind of reliant on how the children interact with the things that we set up for them and the ideas that they come up with themselves. Although we are a Lego-based camp and we obviously use Lego a lot, we use the Lego to facilitate the learning that's taking place, and that learning is developed through leadership, civic responsibility, social skill development and creativity. So therefore I think that makes us very unique compared to other sites that you may go to which provide Lego camps and Lego education. So our camp is very unique in this way. We obviously develop a lot of independent thinking and the children's thinking, so the teachers are not there to tell the children what to do. The teachers are there to ask questions, to question the children's ideas, and to provide opportunities to develop the children's learning. Each city has a mayor who leads that city, so they are very reliant on them making important decisions and negotiating with other cities. So I think the concept behind Kidizens is very unique, and obviously we are not just letting them get on, we are intervening and obviously developing their learning in the best way we can. Each city obviously has its necessities, as any city would have to, but lots of children will come up with their own concepts. If children are very much into having animals and pets, then sometimes pet shops and zoos are introduced. This week we've had a bakery introduced because the children there decided they liked cookies and muffins and cakes and cupcakes. So like I said before, each city does end up being different because each group of children will develop their own ideas. We also introduce a business concept, so a lot of children have to then devise their own business, and obviously that kind of opens up a whole new avenue of learning for children of how they need to develop their business, market their business, provide good information, good business knowledge, and obviously their aim is to make and develop a profit. In our summer camps, the children generally work in teams of 2 or 3, and that's why they are co-mares, because you get groups of 2 or 3 children working together to build their city. They do stay the same within that same group for the entire time that with the camp. However, if obviously they decide to stay for extended care, then that they can choose to work with different children in that time. But the camps work really well that way. If obviously pairings don't get along, then we're not rigid in that we stay with those pairs. We will swap children over. So we do ask when you're booking your child into any of our camps to let us know if they've got any friends that they want to be paired with, and then we do ensure that children are put with children they want to. We don't just randomly choose children, but if children are attending on their own, then it's good to let us know if they've got any kind of needs that they like, if there's anything that they particularly like, or if 2 children have the same interest, then we'll pair them together, and we try to match children with age and maturity abilities as well. The children are not isolated in those pairs or their teams. Obviously they're working very closely in a sort of a room with lots of other children, so even though they may be teamed up to build a city with somebody, they're not going to be isolated from them. They will be able to talk and kind of mingle and mix with other children as well. And obviously a lot of different relationships developed over lunch when the children are given a bit more free time and free space. This is slightly different to our other groups and classes that we run, where the children would work as a bigger team, where they all work together to develop a whole city, whereas we have more space and more time in summer camps to be able for children to be able to actually spend time working on their own city, whereas in our other classes they may only do 2 hours a week, so therefore the time is much more limited. We have 3 fixed locations and properties that we rent ourselves. We are not leasing other schools. We have the locations are in Belmont, Los Altos and Saratoga, and they are Kidizens buildings, and the addresses are on our website. That's a very good question. We do encourage the children to clear up after themselves and make sure everything's put away tidily. Obviously I mentioned before about having a Lego currency, which is called our dots. The children can earn extra dots by being extra helpful at tidying up, because obviously that's a fundamental part of the learning process. The leadership part, if the children are coming to summer camps, then all children get to be mare throughout that week, or co-mares. However, if you were signing up for a after-school program, which would be a weekly program for about 2 to 3 hours on a regular time during a fall semester or spring semester, then the children would have to have different roles. So they would elect one mayor, one vice mayor, and then there might be a roads commissioner or a plants commissioner. So different roles are issued to different children within that city then, but during summer camps all children get to be mayor. Our teachers, we do programs where we go out and do work in other schools, but the main majority of our work is set at our sites where we teach and children come to us. But we can arrange for teachers to visit different locations and provide education to different sites, but obviously the cost would be to the school at that point. We don't sell our Lego products, and obviously children can't take home the Lego product at the end of the session, because obviously each project would encompass an awful lot of Lego, and we haven't got the facilities and the ability to replace the Lego each time. So unfortunately, no, we don't sell it, and no, the children can't take it home. We do try and end the week with a small gift from Kidizens for them, and we hope that that would be enough and maybe encourage them to replicate what they've built at home. Thank you so much to everybody for putting their questions forward. I really hope that we get to meet some of you through our summer camps or our regular programs. A lot of the information that you require is on our website. I've just posted our web address, and if you want to ask me any questions any further, you can contact me on info@kidsinc.com. I'll post that for you shortly.